Welcome to another Blitz session here from my studio in my spare bedroom. A lovely studio it is as well. And we're going to try a little bit of 3-minute chess today. And here comes old Harry the A-pawn. Oh yeah. And I got a bit excited there. I'm not very good at 3-minute, but I'm trying to play a little bit quicker time limit. I mean, I'm not Daniel Wrench. You know, I just haven't got the talent of that kid. That kid is just gifted. You know, him, Nakamura, they're in a different league to me. But I'm going to give it a go. I mean, 5-minute, I like a bit more calm, where I can have a deep breath, you know, maybe, you know, ponder things in life a little bit more. But I'm not particularly good at quick chess, but we'll give it a go. So I've played a very strange opening. Well, the French defence, but I've gone for A4, A5 and pushed the A-pawn. And we've got a very weird position now where... what's happening here? Okay, his knight's coming in. Where I've got this normal French-like structure, but my rook has done a wee bit of a rampage. A wee rampage? A wee rampage, Jimmy? As they say in Scotland. So, very strange. Very unique position, which is quite cool. But I've got to try to play quick, because my biggest sin at 3-minute chess is falling asleep. Probably talking too much. You'd never guess that, would you? And losing on time. So these are things which I'm trying to avoid in this game. So I'm just going to try to play quick. I'd like to remind everyone who watches this, you've got the Title Tuesdays Blitz action happening later on today on chess.com. I'm actually commentating on that because Danny Wrench is currently at the Singfield Cup. Lucky man. Lucky man. And you're going to have to put up with me, my commentary, but I will do the best job I can. And I don't know what's easier, commentating or playing. They've both got their own challenges. I've just got back from a Blitz event myself, a rapid Blitz thing, and that was really hard work. 20 games of Blitz yesterday, so I should be sharp, but I should be. But there's one thing a should, and there's another thing, yes, it is. I'm a could. Okay, so what's happening? Well, I guess this is roughly even. My opponent's... That's an annoying move because now he's trying to strike down on my h7 pawn, so I have to guard that. I mean, I've got a little bit of pressure on the a file, so I've got some squares over there with my rook on a5, but he's got a nice hold on the d4 square. So, and also he's got some potential to attack. So I think I'm going to have to get rid of some pieces. Well, my bishop wasn't doing much there, so let's whip that one off. And do I have a queen sacrifice? Well, it's a potential. Or do I have a knight jump in? Oof. I don't know. I didn't like that because of queen f4. I'm wondering about playing... I was wondering about queen takes b5. So what I'm going to try to do, I'll try to play 3 games against my opponent. Hopefully I won't lose all games. And again, this could well be on the clock. And I've mentioned how bad I am. So I'm trying to get better at this 3-minute, but I'm so slow. Come on, Simon, move a bit quicker. So what do I do for play here as well? Okay, right. Well, exchange of queens would be good for me because it will relieve a lot of pressure. And my knight on g8. I need to start hopping this horsey around. At the moment, it's a very bad horsey. Okay, I'm quite happy about the exchange of queens. And now it's time to hop. Okay, I'm not sure if that's correct, what I've just played. I'm trying to get an outpost for my knight here. And maybe now I should manoeuvre my rooks to somewhere a bit better, because a4 is well defended. And I probably should be targeting his c-pawn as well. So if I can get rook to c8, that's my plan. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going to play rook to c8, and not really going to target this, am I? Because his knight was defending it. Okay, I'm just going to keep it safe. Look, again, my time. I'm just so slow. Must be painful to watch. It's okay. Come on, quick. Quick! Right, okay, come on. Come on, quick. Okay, so this is this is where I start making very funny noises. So I'm a pawn up, but that clock, just watch that clock Come on. Speed. Okay, right. So, not easy to win here. Let's just go. I've got to get my pieces in. And what am I doing here? Okay, well, I think I need to get my knight to e4. So, this is what I'm trying to do. Think of the best squares for my pieces. Okay, well, let's just try to exchange. I'm happy to exchange this knight because then his pawns become very weak. So, this is my plan. Okay, what's he trying to do? He's trying to do something peculiar to me over here. I don't think he's going to mate me. Okay, he's coming in here. We better stop that one. Yeah, I don't want to get mated. Okay, opposite colour bishop. Can we win this one? I think it's a good chance it's a win because the pawns are on dart squares. Maybe f6 was wrong. Okay, come on. All right. Okay, well, I'm not going to lose now. That's one good thing. I say that. I shouldn't lose. I'll be very idiotic if I lose this one. Okay. Right, push. Well, I can take that pawn whenever I'm getting near losing on time. So that's my aim. But in the meantime, here they come. Here come the boys. They're coming through. They're nearly there. They're nearly touchdown. Come on. I might just take his last pawn off in a second. Okay, right. Come on, quick! Right, well, my pawn should queen. Come on. I probably should just be pushing this one, shouldn't I? 7 seconds. Looks like I'm going to do this. What's happened? Where's he gone? Oh, it's my move. What? What happened there? Ridiculous. Okay. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, as they say in Scotland. So that was a bit close. Let's try to get another game in. We'll have a look at who my opponent is afterwards. And that's one of the only times in my life where I've actually won on time. And you can see I love pushing my rook's pawns. This is the day of the rook's pawn push. So I went with the A pawn, and now I'm going with the Harry the H pawn. And I quite like this. When my opponent's fianchettoed his position, I quite like pushing my rook's pawn because you're aiming to attack his like fianchettoed structure. So I actually think when your opponent has fianchettoed in chess, pushing the rook's pawn is actually quite a decent way to play. And here I'm just going to try to generate some attack. I kind of feel like a bit of violence is needed in this game. So we're just homing in, aiming to home in on the f7 square. Any of you who are interested, I'm also going to be doing a bit of streaming on Sunday. So keep an eye out on my YouTube channel for that streaming. And we'll see how that goes. That'll be the first time I've actually ever streamed. And I'll probably play a bit of chess. I want to play anyone out there. So if you want to have a chance to play me, then first of all, you have to be a member of... What's that move? That's a peculiar move. Why has he done that? Oh, that just looks like a pawn to me. Is that a mouse slip? Don't know what was happening there. If you want to play me anyway, you have to be a member of chess.com, where I'm going to play. And you also have to let me know in advance so I can challenge you, basically. Oh, that's his idea. The crafty guy. Oh, that's very, very nice little tactic he had there. Because I'm just losing a piece now. Oh dear, that was very silly of me. Okay, well I wasn't paying attention there, was I? So he did have a very crafty plan. And here, well, oh dear, is all I can say. This could be a resigner. This could certainly be a resigner. Well, I've got 2 pawns for the piece, so we're playing on a little bit. But that was a nice little tactic he had. So in the last game, I'm going to keep trying my new idea of pushing my rook's pawn if you fianchettos. But I want to play something a bit more aggressive in the next game, really. Well, this was aggressive, but that was a nice little tactic, knight g6, my opponent came out with. So, okay, so this is obviously very bad for me. Just simply, I'm running out of pieces here. I do now have some little pressure on the G file. So how does he save his piece? It'd be very, very lucky. Oh, he goes there. Of course. And he comes in here. Okie doke. Okie doke, son. So I've got to stop knight f3, but things are looking grim. They're looking grim here. So if he takes there, can I take his bishop with check? King f6. Got a lot of pieces on pre in that position. Maybe I just have to try taking on c7. So he takes on d1. I take here, check. Right. So he's relying on a back spanker. A back spank check. But there you go. I get a first little check in, and now, well, things are certainly more unclear now. I mean, I've now probably better all of a sudden. He got himself in a bit of trouble there, didn't he? With the G line. If I can swap, generally in this type of position, a knight and bishop are good when there's more pieces on the board. The rook is actually better generally than the knight and bishop in endgame positions. And this is what I'm hoping here, that my rook's going to be better than knight and bishop. And obviously I've got a load of pawns here, which is very useful. So we should start trying to use those pawns somehow. March them up the board. Try to create some weaknesses. But he's got a nice little blockade here, which I somehow need to break. So how do we do that? Okay, well, maybe this is a useful move. But we're going to see the rook is, like I say, very, very useful in these types of positions, because you can keep going a number of different angles. Okay, so now my main idea is to, at some point, break with a pawn move here. So c5, trying to infiltrate with my rook to b7. In some cases, maybe d5, but d5 is more risky because he could blockade on the dart squares. Okay. Well, now I've got a little tactic. I want to go rook takes b6 check here. And Harry becomes a very happy Harry. He becomes a queen. And as long as I don't fall for any tricks, that pawn is going to become a queen. Okay, so there we go. Well, that was a bit lucky, but, you know, that's what happens in Blitz chess. So we're going to give him a last game now. So he went b3 last time. Okay, well, let's just play the black line. And if you haven't heard about this opening, there's a very interesting book written on this. And the black line is a way to get a quite dynamic and interesting position with this e5 move. And the position resembles like a king's Indian defense quite often. My opponent's going for aggressive idea. He's probably really pissed off at the moment. I mean, I wonder what he's punching. He's probably smacking that computer screen going, "You ginger!" I won't say what, but we can imagine what you're saying. "You ginger! Ginger idiot! How can you play like this, you ginger idiot?" So, do we feel sorry for him? Nah, of course we don't. Of course we don't. You can't feel sorry for your opponents. And the amount of times this has happened to me in my career, losing one positions, is well, let's just say you can't count on one hand. And generally, this position here should be about equal again, I'd say. Because the thing is, whenever he goes f4, which is really one of his only pawn breaks, I will take on f4 and I get control of the e5 square. So we'll see this. Now I take here. And I think his last move was very risky, because now look at this beautiful square here for my knight. That knight will sit there happy for a long time. But I expect my opponent will try to take on h5 at some point. That would be a natural sacrifice, because we castled on opposite sides. So it's a bit of a race situation here. And hence why I've started punting Barry, my good mate Barry, up the board. So here comes Barry, the b pawn. And Barry is going to try to get to b4 and open up the queen side. So if I was white here, I'd probably play bishop takes h5 without thinking. I'd just take on h5 and try to get an attack. It seems a bit greedy to me, taking, you know, it's not one of those positions where pawns really matter, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, look at this knight. This knight's on a e5 with the bishop. The bishop, my pieces are beautiful. I can marry my pieces and have little baby knights and baby bishops with them. That's really wrong. I wonder if anyone's got that kind of, should we say, I'll leave it there. I won't go on with what I was going to say. What about this move? Here we go. Let's get tactics going. And if king takes, I was going to say fetish, but I know this is on chess.com thing. I wonder if anyone in the world, you know, gets a bit too excited about chess pieces. I kind of hope not. That's a bit of a weird thought, and I don't. I'd just like to say, I'm a grandmaster. I appreciate the chess pieces, but you know, there is a limit to my appreciation. What on earth am I talking about today? Okay, right, so the attack is looking juicy, and now I just need to move my knight somewhere, really, don't I? If I get my knight in, then my bishop is unleashed. I mean, this is a beautiful picture my pieces are creating here. Really, really nice picture. And yeah, with a queen coming over to a5, maybe I'm alright at this 3-minute chess, you know. I seem to have, you know, I haven't lost on time yet, which is very strange. So, okay, so what do we do here? Well, I'm very tempted to move this knight, but even, you know, getting another piece simply lined up on the b file, that's a tempting move, isn't it? Because now I might have, I think I've got ideas of rook takes c2 and queen b2 checkmate. So I think that's why he's played this. And now surely I have some monstrous blow here. If I check, he goes knight c3. I mean, this looks good, but maybe I'd something better there, because he has got knight c3. And okay, my plan was just to take and go knight g4 when I've got 2 threats. I've got knight f2 and bishop takes c3. But in some ways, I kind of feel like, oh, I had rook d8 there as well. Wow, I missed rook d8. Oh dear. Okay, well, I saw one good plan and I went for it, but rook d8 was a much better idea. Okay, well, the position's still winning. His king was just being too exposed throughout this game, so you know you can't go surviving with a king like this. And where does he put his king now? Wow, I just deliver a little back spanker. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I think that's enough chess for today. Maybe I should try some 1 minute. That could be next on my list. A bit of 1 minute chaos. Obviously did alright there for, you know, in the 3-minute pool. And, you know, that was a strange couple of games. So anyway, thanks for viewing. Let me know. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a video a week. I mean, 1 week I'll do a bit of Blitz. Next week I'll do a bit of, you know, some lesson of some sort. Cool. This I didn't realise how my T-shirt is an optical illusion. That's brilliant. Looks like I'm in some computer game. Look at that T-shirt. That is a brilliant T-shirt. That's completely spinning me out there. Okay. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, just let me know, because I'm going to do another video for next week, and this time I'll do a bit of analysis. So let me know what you'd like me to have a look at. So what would you like me to do? What would you like me to analyse? I mean, maybe, like I say, if you're up for doing my stream on Sunday, tune in. I'll try to play some of you guys. I might even try this idea of shot chess there. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but you know. And just let me know what you want me to do. I'm here to have a good time, but also to try to help you guys out and do what you want to do. So let me know. And thanks for viewing again. I will be with you again very shortly. Cheers for now.